This is absolutely the hallmark of all the impressive data about testing as a tool for learning. Test yourself on the material that you were just exposed to very soon after your first exposure to it, because that offsets the natural forgetting of new material that the brain is exposed to. Well, there seems to be something fundamentally different about first exposure to material versus testing yourself on that material. And we don't know exactly what that is. There's some interesting neural imaging data in humans that this has to do something with this notion of familiarity with material. Familiarity with something, recognizing it, is not the same thing as having agility with that thing, of having mastery of that thing. Is not the same thing as having mastery of the material, of having committed it to memory. So when you read something over and over and over, you see it over and over, you hear it over and over, you think about it over and over. Of course, you're reading it or you're hearing about it, and you think that you're learning the material, that your neural circuits are changing, but it's a pretty passive process. Or even if it's a difficult chapter to read or a difficult passage of music, the difference is when you're tested on material, something happens in your performance of or recalling of, if it's just cognitive, or you're writing it down, or you're told to play the music or do the motor movement, something happens in the error, the getting wrong of certain things, that cues your nervous system to lock in the information that you have right and to remember what you have wrong so that you then correct it, which is far and away different than exposure and re-exposure and re-exposure.